And just like that, we're back. I thought I'd bring this back just in time for Halloween because it just seemed appropriate to bring back Pandora's Box and open it up right before the Halloween season. I think Mr. Mikey Sutton would approve. So, as always, Pandora's Box is dedicated to Mikey. Salute, Mikey. We know you're watching, laughing at us behind the scenes and everything. But let's get into the show already and let's bring on my co-host, Retro Nerd Girl. What is going on, Retro?
Mwah! Hi, everybody. Missed you.
Have you
Oh,
been
man.
making trips around the solar systems today and doing
Oh,
things?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all over the place. It's been fun, but
Oh,
I couldn't wait to see what's going on here with our show. So, I just wanted to say hello to Brogu
oh
in
yeah.
the chat, DOA, and what's somebody else I wanted to
Brogu.
say hi to. Let me
Yeah,
see.
yeah, we got
Who was the other person? Wade. I wanted to say hi to Wade too.
Wade. Yeah, we got some of the regulars on the metal channel showing up.
And the baloney as
Yeah, no
well.
baloney Anzalone. What's going on, Brody? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
So I thought, we just have a fun little show, nothing too
Mhm.
deep or anything, just talking about like Halloween and what, how we celebrated when we were
Oh
younger
man.
and things like that, and or what you did as a kid, on Halloween. Were you a treat or were you a trickster? We'll find out as we discuss these things and more on Pandora's
Oh
Box.
man.
But you know what? We have a guest tonight.
Mhm.
We have from Kingdom of Nerds, Brucifer, who's been kicking butt over on Max's MNE network. I hope I said that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody knows who Max is. Let's just go ahead and bring him on. Brucifer, what's up, man?
What's
Yay!
going on, everyone? I
Hello,
am
hello,
very happy
hello.
to be here and very honored to be on a show that Mikey Sutton was on.
I
Mm,
Salute
appreciate that. I'm
to the
sure he
Mikey
would too.
verse.
Yes,
yeah.
this was Mikey's brainchild.
Yes.
So we're gonna do it in honor of him. Once a month or so, something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to completely go away because Mikey freaking ruled. You
Yeah.
got
Hey,
Brogu saying
Brogu.
what's up, Brogu man. You are everywhere. It's awesome, man.
Brogu.
This is the way, Brogu. This is the way. He was even on last night on Witching Hour.
Oh yeah, I was so close to going to check you guys out in the
Oh,
witching hour, but I had something I had to do.
Necro Wolf was
Emergency.
the
Necro Wolf
host
was
of
funny.
most of the
I
evening, and
love that.
he was a very
What?
loud
Okay, I
character.
gotta see the replay.
What?
You have
Here's the thing. Necro Wolf just got out of control and played copyrighted video, and he got himself banned. but
Oh,
long as
but
it's worth it.
but due to my fantastic editing skills, I have a highlight reel of just
okay,
all the Necro Wolf stuff, and it's going to prepare tonight on my channel
okay.
at 11. So yeah,
Nice.
he's entertaining. I'll say that he's entertaining.
He was like a 80s metal wolf star. It was great.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, I missed it.
he's quite the character. Oh, and my buddy Francisco comes on and girls him a little too. It's pretty fun stuff.
Oh man.
Oh, we got another person rolling through.
Hey,
Joe's rolling.
Joe's. That's
One of your,
one of my co-hosts
oh, is
on my
that
show.
Crazy Joe?
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's Joe's dueling. He's on
Okay,
from Kingdom of Nerds.
Okay. Hi,
awesome.
Joe.
Thanks for showing up, man.
Yeah.
So let's get into the topic of Halloween, and we'll just
hmm
kind of go round table. Retro. Now, were you a big fan of
hmm
Halloween when you were a kid? I would assume you were, except for
Oh,
the
I
scary
was
stuff.
a huge fan of it, but I lived in New York City. This was like the 70s, 80s, so I kind of was a shut-in kid.
You weren't going around
Eh,
the streets of New
no,
York
my
City in the
mom wasn't.
70s.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
What
My
did your
mom was
family
very
do?
careful about that.
So how did you what did you do? Did you do anything at school or around the house or?
No, it was really interesting. Halloween didn't start getting interested until I got older. Like I was an adult, and then I could wear all the weird costumes I wanted to wear, and I went all out. That,
Oh
when I,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, those costumes.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
like any opportunity to get dressed up, I would take it. So like before the craze of everybody doing cosplay, I was already like creating my own big costumes for different characters.
I
I
had a
did.
feeling you might create your
Oh,
own. Yeah.
yeah, I was
What
really.
well, what were some of your favorites? I mean, who did you dress up
I
as?
did a Tina Turner one year. Like I actually like hand sewed the hair and like had the whole thing out. My mom, I was imitating her all night, and my mom kept laughing at me the whole time. And then I did Diana Ross during her Supreme era, and again, my mom couldn't hold it, and it was just insane. I did Latoya one year. I did Xena,
The Warrior
Xena.
Princess?
Yes, and
Oh,
and that was really a good one because, yeah, I had to you have to make all that stuff yourself. There's no, like, print of it, of the costume that I could get from
yeah, to be
anywhere.
creative, yeah.
So, yeah, I had to be really creative with that, but, yeah, as a kid, I didn't see anything. The only thing that was, like, it was really scary around Halloween time because there were lots of kids that would like to throw eggs at people. And so
Yep.
that was the thing. You had to like at Halloween, you like
That's
make sure
true.
you're inside because you would get egged, and there was nothing worse because eggs they hurt when people throw them.
Yeah.
That and snowballs, you'd be surprised how hard they feel. And so yeah, it
Yeah, it's like if you were like maybe like
was.
8 or between 8 and or maybe like 9 and 13 and a little too late out trick or treating, that's when you became the victims of the older kids, that were out raising havoc. And
Oh
yep, I
boy.
remember that. My older brother and his friends would just love to beat us up, and like they would.
Aw.
Oh yeah, my brother was funny. He would dress up like a ninja, him and his friends, and they would
That's great.
propel themselves out of trees to beat us up. I was like, what?
Wow.
And take our candy and laugh and get a big thing, and like they made a big productions. They had like smoke bombs, and they would throw
Wow.
them down, and they're like this. I'm like, you're the nerd here. You're older than me, and you're beating up little kids, man. But whatever.
Oh
So yeah,
no.
but yeah, for me, obviously I wasn't in New York City. I was in lame old San Antonio. So it was I mean, it was wild, but nothing like I would imagine like the city could do, that especially in
Mhm.
the 70s and 80s. We had just like goofy, vandalism and things like that, and just
Yeah.
pranksters. But most of the time is, earlier in the evening, it was just the little kids trick-or-treating. I mean, do you remember? I think we talked about with Mikey once those costumes, the box costumes that you get real cheap, like
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like
yeah.
Woolworth or
Woolworth.
Lynn's,
Yes, yes.
and they look terrible. Like you get
They were
like
just
dark.
like, yeah, they were horribly. It's just like a plastic little mask that wouldn't
Mhm.
even fit people's
No, it was
faces.
always ridiculous and a horrible plastic costume that never fit right. But you'd be like, I'm Darth Vader now, or I'm
Yeah, I believe
Dracula.
the designer of those costumes were called Ben Coopers.
Oh, really?
Plastic mask with the hot bodysuit things. The
Yeah,
mask
didn't they
used to
find out too those
touch
things were
you.
like super flammable and all that? And
Yeah.
Oh
like they started
wow, yeah.
making them better, right? Because they were going to cut corners before they got in trouble. So yeah,
Yeah,
poor
those
kids.
masks were sharp. They can cut your face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. They were yeah, hard plastic, but it was like really cheap. Oh yeah.
like can you imagine like taking a trip in one of those and like planting your face? How that must have.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Oh yeah, man, that would have been rough. And if the kids would have been like, ha.
And
And the little rubber band snaps. You have to walk
oh
around with it
yes.
all mad.
Oh,
My
and
costume broke.
I remember those rubber band snaps
Oh
because the
yeah,
kids would
yeah.
Oh.
grab them and pop you in the head with them and all that. You'd be
Oh
like,
my
oh,
god, kids are cruel.
That's how them kids are, you know. They
Yeah.
I'm not. I will admit this now, but I might have been one of those cruel kids.
oh yeah, I
We used
involved in
to
all that too.
take socks and fill it with flour and hard boiled eggs and hit people with them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, think about it now. It's so horrible.
We one
I
Halloween,
would have been considered a bully.
a bully.
Ay,
Yeah,
Bully
ay,
back
ay.
then.
you'd be
Jeez.
canceled for being a bully. One Halloween, do you remember we found the mask and it was a knockoff of I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. Remember that movie?
Yes.
And
Oh,
he was a pretty ugly looking Frankenstein. It was like just very graphic. And we made this like body and we basically suspended it in a tree and we would drop it from a rope and we were pretty well hidden in the back and we would drop it as cars were coming up the street or kids were walking
oh
by.
my God.
So this,
People must have been freaking out.
yeah, and so this body just drops out of a tree spinning around and that face
Like,
is like,
oh my God.
That's awesome.
and of course, you know, some people like, you motherfucker, god damn it. Or something like the little kids be like, ah, running. So that's when I became, you know, the older kid and started doing pranks like that too. What about you, Brucifer? What type of antics did you get into, or costumes did you do, or anything
Well,
like that?
I grew up in New York City also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Another
I had
New
to do all
York
my
guy.
I had to do all my mischief before it got dark, before the street lights came on. I wasn't allowed outside after that.
Yeah.
Every year I wanted either a Batman costume or Aquaman. Don't ask. But
Aquaman
as
back
I got
then,
older,
yeah.
it was more fun to throw eggs and hit people, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't care so much about the treats anymore, and it was about the tricks, you know, going
Yeah,
out
pretty
there and
much.
messing with
Oh yeah,
doing
trick or
pranks.
treat. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
wanted to
know,
do what the older kids did to us.
yeah, full
They
circle,
were
My,
you
having
know.
fun.
my turn.
You had to go full circle, man. You know,
Yeah.
okay, now it's my turn to get these little bastards.
It was the best because my parents were really into horror movies. So we
Mm,
used to
Oh,
watch really good horror movies every Halloween. So
mhm.
as a family, so that was pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
that's cool. Now, my mom liked all the you know, the classic Universals and Hammer, so I remember watching those. And my mom's so
Oh,
funny.
me too. Yeah.
She's from the South, so she always had funny pronunciations, and she'd be like, "Hey, there's a Dracula movie on. You want to come watch it with me?" And I'm like, "A Dracula movie? Yeah, let's go, mom."
Ah.
Yeah, you know, now you know. I used to think back then when I was a kid, I'm like, "Oh, she's saying it wrong, so stupid." But now you know, you think back and you're like, "That's fucking funny, man. That's cool as shit."
Yeah.
You know, little things like that. Let's see what
Yeah.
Joe's saying here. Halloween is one of the few times you got to see into some of your neighborhood's houses as a kid. That's a good call right there.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
And you would too. You'd be like
What's
trying
going
to
on in
sneak a
there?
peek, like
Yeah.
like oh, what's
Never eat at that person's house.
yeah. And it seems like too, people way more back then would give out candy than they do nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you got all these
Mm.
lame asses with their lights out. But I remember back when I was all the lights were on, and everybody, you know, almost everybody
Yeah.
was
We-
involved in it. You know,
Well, you remember the candy with the razor blades and stuff. People were so sick, and they would
Yeah,
put
yeah.
razor blades and
oh yeah, yeah.
and that I think that had just started when I was a kid. I don't know if they were doing it before, but it was such a shock to everybody. They're like, oh, now
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, that's
No
sure.
one wanted apples ever.
Yeah.
Razor
So
blades and apples. Ooh.
Yeah.
it's like, what? Why would you do that? So anyway,
No,
just
that I
wanted to
mean,
say hi to
no, that's
Qatar.
maybe that is a big
Hi,
part.
Qatar.
You know, like why it kind of slowed down. You know, because I do remember seeing the shift from like don't take candy from Frasier. That's
Oh,
a
geez.
damn truth. You might wake up naked and alone somewhere. Like, oh my God, where's Frasier? I'm surprised he's not here, man. Yeah, because I remember everything kind of. I guess the Halloween scare kind of kicked in like the mid '80s. Did it seem like where they started doing it, and you started seeing more like bring your kids to the school function, you know, and
Mhm.
like more of that seemed to become more popular
Mm.
than you know, the trick or treating and all that. But
Yeah, never take loose candy,
Yeah,
yeah,
loose candy.
open candy. Never take that.
yeah, because I remember like candy apples and all that were kind of popular when I was a little kid. Like that was stuff they gave away, and that's like
Mhm.
the old razor blade. Like Jesus, can you imagine?
Scarred for life. You're only 4 years old.
You
Like,
bit
what the
into a
heck?
candy apple razor blade.
You gotta be crazy cruel to do it, but you know what? It's probably another like a teenager doing it because teenagers are like, it's at that age where you're experimenting. You don't really know.
You don't think of these consequences.
Yeah, and you don't
You
think it's
really
gonna
don't.
be that bad.
Hey, Red 5, another one of my
Oh,
Yeah,
hi,
you got
co-hosts.
Red
your people are supporting Brand. That's awesome.
Yeah,
We got some metalheads. And we got
and if I
Qatar.
didn't
What's up,
say
bro?
hello to Qatar and also Mike Violate, hello guys.
Good
Mike
old Mike
Violate, I love
Violate.
that.
He needs to get that Possessed Seven Churches album. We've been hammering him about that.
I will
Yeah,
say that my favorite candy looking for was always candy corn. And for some
Ooh.
reason, the circus peanuts, the soft candy ones,
Oh
yo,
those were
yeah,
so
yeah.
good as a kid. Trying to eat
yo,
them now,
those
they're
are like
horrible.
delicious. And like a lot of people hate on those candies nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm like, not even, give me that root beer bottle candy. Give me that candy corn. I like all that terrible candy. I guess.
Oh man, I loved them when I was a kid. All of it. All of it.
Boxes of Mike and Ike's.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they're expecting chocolate bars and this and
Yep.
that, like me and my wife, we buy that cheap ass candy, and we'll buy some of the nicer chocolate ones. We mix all that stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get some good ones, but you're not going to get all good ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a
All right.
premium.
Yeah,
Premium chocolate all the way through.
this is a Necron household. You're lucky you're getting something. Damn it.
Hey, Kit Kats are nothing.
What does Mike say here? He goes, I love getting drunk. Blair Slasher Dave, Acid Witch, Merciful Fate, and while handing out candy kids, I dress up as well. Oh, that's cool, Mike. That's what makes it fun. Because I used to dress up like a Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers and open the door all shocking. And some kids would be like, run away. And some kids like no phasing them. They're like trick or treat. They want their stuff. And
Yeah.
oh, well, what is that? DA's bringing up some horrible stuff here.
Ooh.
Okay. American man convicted of killing his 8-year-old son, Timothy, April 5th, 1966 through October 3rd. Okay. On Halloween on 74 with a potassium cyanide lace pixie stick that was obviously our treat. Okay. I can read that. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously terrible. And
That's horrible.
He didn't mean to do that. It was, I mean, I don't know whose child he was trying to kill, but it was just, I don't know. That just seems
well,
so,
I mean, if it's his own 8-year-old kid, I'm thinking
going through the trouble of opening a pixie stick and then putting poison in it. Jeez.
yeah.
That's
Well,
a messed up person.
Yeah. Well, some of them were putting it in syringes and then putting the stuff into different things. Like they were doing all sorts of wild stuff in like the 80s. Like remember someone was lacing all of the aspirin or with cyanide at one
yes, I
point.
remember the bear aspirin scare and all that.
Yeah, that was so
They
sick.
never caught who did that, by the way.
Well, how could you? I mean, it's so
Wow.
you just don't know.
That's basically like you couldn't buy the capsule version for a long time because they didn't know if it had cyanide in it or not. And that was before you had the break tops, with the little seal on them. It was just
the reason why. That's
yeah,
the reason why
they put them on.
you can't get to them.
And then you
It's
push
like
the bam thing down. Then when you try to pour the aspirin out, the thing folds up again and blocks all of them from. I got a headache. I ain't got time for this shit.
It's got that foil seal, and some of the foil seals you cannot open. You need like a tool. You need like a knife.
Driver.
I was it. You're right. Like the freaking Mucinex. You better like gotta rip it.
You could just like punch it open, right? Or like
that little side thing that's supposed to open so
no,
easily.
Never works.
never.
No
Yeah,
way. It
never
never works. You're
works.
sitting there pulling that thing for a half fucking hour. You got to go
Well,
get the scissors and cut
first you
around
gotta
it.
grab it, right? And so you grab it, and then it rips.
hmm
And so what are you supposed to do? Is you just do it? Like,
Get scissors and cut the pill.
I guess I'm not taking those right now. It wasn't meant to be.
It's turning into the bitching hour, my little sideshow.
The bitching hour.
Don't you just hate when this happens?
Oh my god! There's maybe not the last one, but the one from the week before. We went like for an hour bitching at the end of the show, and we just called it the bitching hour
Oh my
because
god, I really want to see that. You should
That's-
compile like the best of the bitching hour.
I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clip that whole part and just put it up as the bitching hour.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Francisco and JD just go off on stuff. It's hilarious.
Sometimes you need to hear those things and let off a little steam.
Yeah.
And I a couple of times I like would try to make my own costumes too, and I don't know. Do you remember those like books they used to sell, like how to be, how to make a scary Halloween costume and stuff like that? And they had little ways of doing it. And one time, of course, they had the werewolf in it, so I bought it because I wanted to be the werewolf. Ugh, what a mess! So. You got your eyes, blackened out with whatever, the makeup, but then to put
how much glue did you waste?
it wasn't, this is how cheap this thing was. It didn't tell you to use glue. It said just use syrup.
Oh no.
No.
So I'm dipping. I
Oh,
forgot
man.
what the stringy hairy
Oh
substance was,
Lord.
and you're supposed to dip the tip in, and on the picture it looks all badass, like I'm going to kick ass, So by the time me and my mom had finished, man, I looked like the hobo-ish werewolf you've ever seen. Everything was just like
I'm sorry. I need a moment.
and then, of course, here in Texas, it wasn't cool that Halloween. So I started sweating, and it all just started like coming down on my face, and the syrup and shit. It was a nightmare. Yeah, it was. They told you to use syrup. They should have also told you to use it in a 40, 30 degree weather too, because this is humid ass Texas. That was terrible. And I went trick-or-treating with that, and I came home. My mom was like, "Okay, you're taking a shower."
Oh
I looked like shit.
My God.
And I was like, "But Mom, it's not even like 9 o'clock." She's like, "Mm-mm." Like, but it's Halloween.
Oh man, that's the best.
Get that crap off of your face right now. I remember that. And she never really cussed, but she said it that time because it looked terrible.
I can imagine. Just covered in syrup.
All these little
sweat and syrup.
and
Oh
these
man.
white, strandy, long, hairy things. It's all jacked up. It was a mess.
Oh man. She doesn't have any pictures of that. No pictures.
No, I wish I.
Oh man.
I think my sister-in-law has all the family pictures from way back then, and I got some terrible, I'm sure, incriminating things, man.
Oh man.
You said incriminating.
Yes, incriminating. You had syrup all over you in humid San Antonio. Yes, I did. It was.
Oh man, that's gotta be the worst. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know.
Sometimes the homemade costumes rule, and sometimes it's total disaster. Let me tell you, it's just like, oh my God, that was bad.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed, too, like Halloween, probably like, I guess in the teenage years when you could just do more crazier things and all that, and you didn't have to be home right away. But for sure, like Halloween movies was a big part of it,
Yeah.
So like Retro, what were like some of your favorite, like, Halloween movies, that get you in the Halloween spirit?
Well, before I get to that, I was going to mention one more Halloween kind of memory thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Halloween started to get really, really good for me. Like once I think I was about like 13 or 12 or 13, and my mom took us to one of the first Halloween parades in New York City, and it was
Ooh.
so much fun and crowded, but
Uh-huh.
it was like it's nowhere near where it is like now. But it was. I remember we had the stroller with my brother in it. We're strolling him everywhere, and it was so crowded, but there were so many beautiful costumes, and it was a like a great party in the streets almost, and it was that was one great memory I remember about Halloween. And then later on, as I got older, I was able to participate in the parade, but that was kind of a nice thing as a kid.
I bet that was pretty wild,
Yeah, the
too,
Halloween parade is
Yeah,
insane.
in New York City.
Insane.
But
it's people
Love
go
it.
way all out. They
Yeah.
go all out, and it's wonderful. I wish we could do it more often. At least one entire month of just dressing up in costume for would be my ultimate wish. But
Hey, we spent a year wearing a costume with COVID.
yeah, why not? Yeah,
yeah.
uh,
Masked up.
yeah.
Before we do talk about movies, I do got to bring up because I was obviously a suburb kid, and I forgot about this, and it came up in my brain today. Some of the neighborhoods, like people would make their own haunted houses for the kids in the neighborhood.
Ooh.
So like stuff
Oh,
like
that's
this. Now
nice.
this one's like mega. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say everything looked like that, but like what they would do is
nice.
like they would turn like their garage into like a little maze.
Mhm.
you know Luckily, no weird pedophile things ever happened that I know of, but most of the time
Yeah.
it was like someone
You don't even think
trustworthy from
about
the
that stuff.
neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah,
nowadays,
yeah,
you're not gonna let some kid go in a maze in somebody's garage down the
No.
street. That don't go. But back then they used to do that. So
mhm.
and of course, they were always like overboard, like super like gory and scary,
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
some of the stuff you see now, and it's like, yeah, body parts and guy, chainsaws or whatever, they were crazy. But then too, you had to be careful because if you like would hit one, like say like from a fundamentalist Christian,
Mhm.
and theirs would be like really bizarre and like all about like getting pregnant or doing drugs and things like that, and they're just like, what does this
Wow.
have to do
What
with
is
Halloween,
going
man?
on?
I'm pregnant
Wow.
now and my life is ruined, and
Oh
or
man.
I smoked marijuana and and now I'm in jail the rest of my life. And I was like, geez, I just wanted to
I
see the
have never
Wolfman and
seen that.
Dracula. What is this? This is too much, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
never saw that. Sometimes there would be people who were against Halloween because
Yeah.
they thought
Yeah.
it
I
was like Satan worship or something, and
see. Yeah.
it's just it's a it could be that for somebody, but it could also be a simple holiday for others. So,
That's
I
another one too. The church hay rides. I remember all that going on.
Yeah, a lot of the people, a lot of churches considered, since Halloween or Hallows Eve was a pagan holiday, they still
Mhm.
believe it's evil. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
some
what is
people
it?
do.
Sam Hain or however you
Samhain.
coming? Yeah. They tie it to that. I mean, it, it is what you make it.
It is. I believe any
Yeah.
day is definitely the day you want to make it, and you don't have to celebrate it the way everybody else does. You can do something special. You can say special prayers that day. It doesn't matter. Like you can hold church that day if you want. It's not a you're not bound by anything, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's really a way of letting off a little frustration for people to dress up like ghosts and monsters and even superheroes
It is
and
really like whatever that person wants to
yeah, they're
do.
just
You know.
dressing up and having a little fun and getting outside of their like everyday costume,
Mhm.
if you will. Like
It
having to
almost
be
it,
conform to society the way society wants you to look and be. And then like on Halloween, you can just be,
and they can't hold it
who you
against you
really are.
anything you do like your costume because it's Halloween.
It's
I mean, I'm sure
Halloween.
people will, but it's Halloween. You kind of get a free pass to, you know, uh, within reason. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
but you
Yeah.
get a free pass to dress and do what you
Yeah,
want on
it's
that day.
the one day of the year you won't be judged for doing something outside the norm and trying to
Hmm.
express yourself.
There you
Hmm.
go. It's
Yeah.
it's a free cosplay day for all the non-nerds.
Yes, yes.
Let's be like, Halloween too has like really been co-opted by adults big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, well, I think it's a great thing because I mean, I think if anybody needs a play date, it's grown-ups. We need, we need more play dates. And like loosen up a little bit, We got a lot of responsibility on our shoulder. We got to pay bills. It's like we got to do a lot of adulting. That's all,
Adulting
big
is the
girl and big
worst.
boy stuff,
Yeah.
right?
I will
Worst.
say this. I will never, if I was invited to a James Gunn Halloween party, you will not catch me there.
No,
Oh.
No.
I think
Little
all
too many
three of
things that
us
are
might be
wacky
out
going on
that
there.
we might be out of the demographic for a James Gunn Halloween party.
Yeah, yeah, I won't
Yeah,
say anything.
yeah.
Uh,
Moving right
but,
along. No, 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 no.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
just
I've always used it as a means to kind of have fun with, and I didn't. There were many days that I did not wait for Halloween. I would just do okay. Tomorrow I'm a princess. Okay, we're doing it. Where's our tiara? And it is not for everyone. You have to really be courageous to do something like that.
yeah.
But I've done it many times. When I was in New York, I was part of a costume group, so we had costume parties in which you get dressed up and you went
Oh,
to
I
these
remember.
parties,
Nice.
I remember that. It didn't always have to be
and
around Halloween.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and also, there's a few things, SantaCon, which I used to love, where,
Santa Con.
yeah,
Oh
but SantaCon is
God.
ridiculous.
It is.
Um,
Woo. I did
and
it
you
one
get
year, never again.
I never
oh,
even
it's
heard of this. What is this?
crazy.
Like a Christmas con,
What? Okay,
basically?
just look it up. It's just so good. SantaCon, everybody dresses up like a Santa or a
Elf.
character that would be
Yeah.
in
Okay. Like
a
an elf
Santa.
or a
An
reindeer
elf.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
My character was the Ice Queen. And you guys who know me probably know why. I have a character by the name of Ice Queen that I sometimes cosplay as.
Hmm.
And it is like it's so much fun because you just some people what happens is they go to different bars
Yep.
and they sort of bar hop to different bars. Some people get a little bit out of control, and then for the other everybody else,
Yeah. It
we just
starts
go
like
there to have
8
fun.
a.m. The bars are open. 8, 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
Bars are open.
yeah. It
Woo.
can be really like for those who are really dedicated. You're messed up by noon if you start
Yeah.
that early. Yeah, there would be times when I join in early and they'd already be people who are like already passed out. They couldn't. They just went too hard too quickly. You gotta pace yourself out.
It is.
And then
Yeah, I mean, if you're bu- putting them down at 8, 9 in the morning,
ooh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you don't want to be on a subway in a subway car with a sick Santa.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no, no,
Oh
no, no. Yeah,
no.
yeah,
no.
yeah. Well, you start off with some hot
Some
chocolate
poor kid.
and, you gotta start off with, like, a little hot chocolate, you go to the ice rink, have some fun, and then by, like, I don't know, noon or 1 or 2 or something like that, then you go to the bar, but you don't drink all the alcohol ever. Some of these people are, like, they're in a contest of some sort or some kind of Olympic Games that they're like, "I need all the alcohol right now,"
Yep.
and it's pretty much a sign of, like, the depraved, they've been held down and felt that they needed to, that their lives are, so structured and they're conforming. This is their opportunity to let loose and be wild, and they're taking advantage of it
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
at their
it's it,
peril.
it's at your peril, but sometimes it's constructive too. Just to get blow that steam off out of the system, man. And,
Yeah, yeah.
have
As
some fun.
long I think it's good as long as you don't hurt yourself or hurt others, you're good. I mean, just, do enjoy yourself, but just make sure You're not hurting anybody. Sometimes if you're drinking too much, you could accidentally like bump into people and hurt them, and not realize that you're doing that. That's the only thing that I would say. But I mean,
Or
there's
you
nothing
bump
wrong
into
with
the other drunk person who takes it personal that you bumped into him, and now you got a
what?
situation. Yeah.
You're both all like, and then you do like that for like 4 hours.
I gotta do a quick I gotta speaking of Halloween, there's a new sponsored costume that I gotta show real quick. It's the new Frasier costume, random guy in your DMs.
Jeez.
It includes hi, what you doing? Good morning, beautiful. Hey, you're so hot. No one wants you anyway. Beep. That's the new Frasier costume.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Hey, I gotta pay the bills around here, you know.
Sounds like some of my ex-coworkers.
I like the last one, just all unhinged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Brogu. Yes, I shall.
So yeah, let me think. Was there? Yeah, you know, do people even do this anymore? Let me find this picture. Do you remember like the candy apples? You know,
bobbing for apples.
Unless
for
you
apple.
know them, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm
Sure.
like at a party. I'm not saying like if you go to a
I don't think. I mean, like, I wouldn't. I
yeah
mean, you get your hair on. I don't. It's probably a guy's thing or kids.
yeah, it was kids for sure.
Yeah,
I was wondering
yeah.
if like
I
if
did
kids
that as a
still do that
kid, and
stuff
then
or
I stopped doing it because I saw spit floating on the top.
Ew.
Like,
yeah. It's pretty. I bet it's pretty unsanitary at this
Yeah.
point. You know, they probably say it's a no go nowadays.
Whole
Ugh.
town ends up with mono or something.
Bobbing for apples.
How'd you get
That is
mono?
just
Apples.
fine.
Or some poor girl gets blamed for making out with everyone at the party, and it was the damn bobbing for apples. And
Oh, man.
I just got to show this because this is a couple of my favorite things from Halloween. Of course, the queen of Halloween, Elvira.
Oh,
You knew that was gonna come on my show
yes,
here.
yes.
And then look, she's here with one of my favorite bands, the Misfits.
Oh, Misfits, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And look at this one. Old school Motley Crue.
Ah.
Early 80s. And another very grainy old picture of look at them guys all young. They don't look like that no more.
Yeah.
And of course, this classic Elvira. This is her time of year. Good, gotta give the queen her flowers,
I remember
Yes,
the first time I watched Elvira Mistress of the Dark, I was like, wow, you could do that do that with tassels?
Oh, yes.
I was like, what, 10, 11? I was like,
Yeah, no, it's a spectacle. I was like, wow.
It is a spectacle.
She's amazing. Like,
Some
what
talent.
a woman.
I think I told this on prior shows, but since we're doing a Halloween one, we used to have our own horror show host, and it was called the Grim Reaper, and he would come out on every Saturday night after the news and do it was a local produced horror show. So me and my brother got used to watching that on Saturday nights because of course we're gonna watch the horror movies on Saturday night. So we're just sitting there waiting for it to come on. The news goes off, and then this new intro starts. We're like, what is this? We're looking at it like we look at each other like, what? This ain't the Grim Reaper. And then she comes into the picture, and we both looked at each other again like, whoa, we're hip now, man. I don't even care what this is, but I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was that was her, yeah.
Yep. That I think that was the effect every time she appeared on across the nation on syndication for the first time.
Yeah, I
Is that
remember
Elvira
having
or Mick Mars?
I remember having a very similar reaction to her. Like, she was just amazing. She reminded me of course, Vampira, and also, the Addams Family,
Morticia,
Morticia, and I was like,
Lily.
and of course, as I love the color black, and I was like, oh, she's amazing. And then her personality too, on top of like the way she's like bubbly and
Yes.
just
It
like
was a perfect,
uplifting. Yeah.
perfect.
And dark humor, but done in a way that's like really jovial. I just loved her personality so much. So,
Yeah, I think that's what like really made it fly because she looked super, like dark and evil or
yeah,
whatever. But
yeah,
the way she acted was always very humorous and like you could get
yeah,
along with her,
yeah,
always hilarious and wasn't afraid to make fun of herself.
yeah.
That was always, that's always a win when because like I remember like watching like too like Vampira. She was awesome, but she was serious.
She
Her
was
shit was
serious.
always serious.
She
Yeah.
will grab your throat out of your off
Yeah.
your body, like
And
and drink your blood.
and Morticia was more, serious as well. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
and of course, Lily from the Munsters
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she
Oh,
she,
yeah,
she
she was
she's almost
fantastic.
like the prototype Elvira, I would always say,
Yeah.
you know, but more of a mom character. Where Elvira
Mm.
was, roll with the punches, anything goes kind of situation.
Oh yeah. Hi,
All right.
DC Talk. How are ya?
Yeah, DC Talk, man.
How's
Buddy.
it
Good to
going?
see you, bro. I'm glad you can make a live stream. We got Brucifer with us tonight from Kingdom of Nerds. I appreciate you coming by too, man. I know we had
Yeah,
talked
no
about
problem.
collabing for quite some time now.
Oh yeah, this is fabulous.
I love streaming. It's all
Yeah,
about having fun.
Yeah.
yeah, it really is. It's not about all that negativity. And I know like it's easy like to make a channel and be negative and start getting a bunch of views and this and that, but
Yeah.
I never tried it, so
yeah.
Yeah. Those are the type of people I don't want watching my show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't need
never
negative people, watching my show and fighting with each other in chats. Nah.
Like I'm fuck, man. I like death metal and black metal and all that stuff, but it's still you can still be like have a good time surrounded with all that stuff, especially if you get the humor involved in a lot of the aspects of all this stuff too. Not to take it so damn serious, just
Yeah.
enjoy yourself, man. You're only here one time. Why be all mad about comic books? And comic book movies and music and everything.
Here we go. I do a channel with movies and comic books.
Yeah, but you for fun.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Love
talk
it.
about
Yeah.
things you enjoy, not things you
Yeah.
despise and hate. And I mean, yes, every once in a while, of course, that's going to happen. You're going to bring up something that you may not, but it's not the damn focus of your channel.
No.
That's
Everybody's there to
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, I really do love your channel. And I don't have a large comic book collection, very, very small collection, but I do
As
love your show and
you
tell.
can
So that's really
see
great.
behind me, there's some of my comic books.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm going to solo your screen out real
insane.
quick so we can see some of this stuff.
That's so cool.
I like those McFarlane figures. I need to get.
Oh.
I haven't got some in a
Yeah, they're pretty
while,
cool.
man.
Let me see.
Oh wow.
The Batman. Soups.
Okay, I have that one up in the corner. Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate.
Oh, from Black Adam. Yes.
Dr. Fate looks really cool.
And my favorite, Wonder Woman.
Oh,
Warrior
wow.
Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Yes.
That is so cool.
I wish McFarlane could do a Zack Snyder Warrior Wonder Woman. I don't know why they haven't.
Yeah, that'd
done
be cool.
Yet. Not with the sword and shield and everything done by McFarlane toys. Ooh, it'd be great. That's what I like about McFarlane toys too. They're actually affordable.
Yeah, they're less than $20.
Yeah.
And if
Yes,
you go to FYE and Walmart, you get them on sale all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. They're not like, of course, if I was a rich person, I'd buy Hot Toys all the time too, or have the disposable income to do that, but I don't. So I'm stuck with those. But I don't buy too many comics, but I got this in the mail the other day.
Look at you.
I still buy my
Nice.
comics. And
here's one of the newer comic books I picked up. It's called The Devil Wears My Face.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Gosh.
It's about possession and the Catholic Church and
Oh,
exorcisms, and the devil switches body with their main priest, and nobody knows it. So
oh,
they
Oh, that
have the
sounds
priest.
interesting.
They have the priest tied up in a basement while the devil's wearing his face,
oh
going around
gosh.
killing people.
Is
Wow.
that independent?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
From
think
Mad Cave,
I didn't
Mad
think
Cave
M-
Comics.
Marvel or DC would. Well, maybe, but I doubt it. They're, I am
I think DC would do it.
maybe. What's their adult line? Do they still have one?
Black
Vertigo or
Label.
Black Label?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I like McFarlane Toys of Hawkman.
Ooh.
Qatar hollow figure from the post zero hour art. I like I got the Hawkman from Black Adam. And I get a scam call in the middle of the stream. Go away. Leave me alone.
Oh man, I had an interesting one today. That was really funny. They pretended, oh, is this the right number? And I'm like, no.
Oh,
And then like they're like, oh, do you want to be friends? And I'm like, block.
good.
What the heck?
I heard a news. This is totally off subject of the show, but a news scam they do is they call and they're trying to get you to say yes. So they use your pre-recorded yes to go and do all this things, in your name. So don't ever say yes to any of those things.
I guess they could do a whole AI thing with just that one word. Oof.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No more Vertigo. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably gone a long time ago.
Let me show you these. DC did some Halloween covers.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna have to put you solo so we can see these better.
Oh, nice.
Oh, World's Finest.
Yeah. Little Superman. Little Nightwing.
Oh, cute.
And Little Titans.
Oh,
that is so adorable.
Yeah, these covers are so cool.
That's pretty cool stuff right there.
So cool.
Yeah, they have them for who else? Harley, Wonder Woman, and Batman has one.
I was gonna say they got to do a Batman one.
Yeah,
he's one of their biggest selling titles still.
Chibi DC. That's what they are.
Jamie.
Had to go to Holly Spirit. Just got some Swedish fish. That's another one.
Oh yeah.
Ah, Swedish fish.
Swedish fish. Yeah.
And don't forget the licorice.
I can't do licorice.
You can't do licorice?
Nah. I've never been a fan of licorice.
What about red?
The red one? Yes. I can do
Red.
Twizzlers. Red.
Okay. Me and my wife, we like those, and we go see a movie. They're pretty good.
That's a good way to use them because then you could just chew on them and like them.
Yeah.
It's just wax.
Like, even ants probably eat them, right? They're like, that is not food.
It's just like eating black jelly beans.
Oh, I've never had those. Is that the licorice flavor one?
The licorice.
Like if you had black licorice, the black jelly beans are kind of like the same flavor. And not very appetizing.
Oh no, thanks.
Because especially if you're eating jelly beans kind of in the dark and you can't see, you're just reaching in there.
That's why you gotta buy the bag with all the sunshiny colors on it.
Yeah.
Pastel colors.
Man. So yeah, before we sign off, let's talk about some of our favorite Halloween movies.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween, and I'm sure everybody has like their favorite movies they wanna watch during Halloween, So for me, I like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Nice. That's on my list. I'm gonna check it off.
I like The Howling.
Yep, that's also
American
on my list.
Werewolf in London.
Oh man, you're taking all the good ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going top shelf.
I'm just I got like 100 more.
Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
You got to watch that one. I know it's zombies, but it's fun zombies and with punk rockers. It's so good.
It'll take me a while to get up to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, pretty much anything from Hammer Studios.
Oh yeah.
Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, anything,
Oh.
even their obscure stuff. Kiss of a Vampire, Vampire Circus. I eat it up. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, that all the Hammer films, they're great. They're so good.
Oh, this is a good one. Qatar, Fright Night. That's actually a
Fright
damn
Night.
good movie,
I
man.
love Fright Night.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
Hammer. See, the Gorgon. I see. That's a good obscure one.
I've never seen that one. I have to write it. The Gorgon.
A lot of them, the Hammer. You remember when WGN was one of the bigger cable channels, and they would always during the Halloween time, overnight they would show a bunch of movies. So I used to set my VCR to record all those Hammer movies, and that's where I would see stuff like that, the Gorgon, Plague of the Zombies, and all that stuff that they would do. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to say these John Carpenter stuff.
Those are all my movies, all my picks right there.
Oh man, you know how I feel about Christine.
Oh yeah.
I love Christine.
Yeah, Christine is one of my favorite.
So okay, Retro, you throw out some that gets
I'll let Kingdom of Nerds go first. I don't want to swallow up all the movies.
Okay, all right. Let's let Brucifer
go. Probably The Thing. Let me see.
Yeah.
That's on it mostly everybody's list.
Rosemary's Baby.
Okay.
That's a weird.
It's a good one. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're dealing with witches,
Yeah.
Yep. The Lost Boys. I love The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys classic.
Yes.
And I'll probably round it off with Subspecies.
Oh,
good call.
That movie.
Ooh.
That was a cool. What's the vampire's name in it?
It's been so long since I've seen it.
But yeah, he's a good vampire.
His brother's
that's
like
a good portrayal of a vampire right there.
Oh wow.
Eastern European vampires.
Yes.
I'm putting that on my list to watch because I have some. Okay, well, so do you want me just to go through? I'm gonna just go through the list. Oh, hey, Sin Havoc. I'll just go through the list real quick. Okay, so you guys already mentioned American Werewolf in London, Fright Night. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? I know that's not typically a one, but it's got sort of an eerie feel to it, and I like to watch it around.
I don't think I've seen it. I heard of that one, but I don't think I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like a horror movie, but it does have frightening elements in it. The Shining, The Omen.
Oh, good ones, yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Of course. Freddy, yeah.
Now this one is a guilty pleasure. Dracula 2000.
I actually like that one.
That's a good movie. I saw that in the theaters when it came out. That is a good movie.
Yeah. And also vampires.
John Carpenter's.
Yeah. And now one of my favorites, Werewolf by Night. I love that. The black and white.
Oh, I need to watch the color version of that. Is that out?
Me too.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out now. Let's see. I guess the Scary Movie franchise was just really making fun of it. It's lighthearted. And another Halloween kind of movie that I absolutely adore. Of course, I didn't mention Dracula 1931, which is the old school Bela Lugosi. Children of the Night. And High Spirits is sort of a comedy horror movie that I like to watch.
I remember that one.
Really funny. Let's see. Believe it or not, Ghostbusters. It's kind of got that feel with the ghosts.
It could fall into there.
Yeah. Young Frankenstein for a little fun. Hocus Pocus, The Craft, Witches of Eastwood.
I did love The Craft.
Wasn't it good? Death Becomes Her is really kind of another comedy one.
Yes, that's a good one from people who want to be super vain.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's really more of a slow burn.
but it's a good one. It's a
It's
Universal
really, yeah,
Monsters classic.
yeah. Of course, Monster Squad, which is
I love the
I
Monster
love
me
Squad.
Monster
too.
I
Squad.
love
Oh,
that movie.
it is so cute. Children of the Corn. It's yeah,
Oh,
that one freaked me out
love
when I was a
children.
kid. Village of the Damned.
The Burbs,
Um,
that's a good one.
uh, Dusk Till Dawn, which is that will, that's kind of, that gets kind of scary, but at the end.
Well,
Um,
Fire, so yeah, it falls in there. Yeah.
yeah. Now the Fearless Vampire Killers that had Sharon Tate in it, and it was done in the 60s. I thought that was another
I
like
need to
comedy horror,
revisit that because
horror movie. Yeah.
that was one of those
Um,
movies I recorded on the late night
oh yeah.
WGN. Yeah, with the old timer set on the VHS. Yeah.
Yeah, and anything Hitchcock, like Psycho, The Birds, all that.
Yep.
And I think the last one that I thought of was Adam's Family, the one in 1991, and I think there was. I even adored the second one as well.
I like both those movies.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
a good time.
yeah. Those were. That's my list.
You know,
Nice.
talking, I just thought of a couple others Near Dark.
Ooh,
I don't know if you guys seen
Oh,
that
I've
one. That's a
never
good one.
seen that.
I like Near
Yeah.
Dark.
What is that about?
Vampires, but like
Oh,
almost like a super realistic version of them, and they're like criminals, right? Basically, you could say they
Yeah.
go on a cross country tour, and but they're criminal vampires, and it's very like grounded.
okay.
Yeah, it has
I have
Chet from.
who?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Remember Chet from Weird Science, the brother,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
he's one. The
I
guy
think I've
passed
seen it, but
away. John
yeah,
Paxton. Am I saying
yeah.
that right? Yeah. He's one of the people in it. Does a
Oh,
great role.
cool. Yeah, I think I've seen a clip from it.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Brucifer?
No, I totally forgot. Silver Bullet
Yes,
Oh,
okay,
that's
that's
a
one of
good
my
one.
favorites. Yes. Oh,
and
so
Howl
good.
when the train stops in the middle of nowhere and there's
I watched
werewolves
that on
all around.
Netflix.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, a train. Oh, what's the one? Oh, come on. Where they have the Scottish one, I believe they're Scottish, and they're like doing a military mission.
Oh, Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers is another really good
Yeah, I saw
werewolf
that
movie.
one. Yeah.
And I think the director did that other one too, with those weird vampire creatures in the caves.
Oh, crap. I have it somewhere.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vampire creatures in
yeah.
caves.
The
Yeah.
women going on like cave diving.
Cave diving and get
Crap.
stuck. And come on, guys in the chat, what is it? And they basically get hunted by these weird feral vampire creatures deep down in these caves. Yeah. And then you don't know
The Descent.
the descent.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
you
okay.
got it.
That movie is scary as fuck.
Okay.
It is creepy because
There's
then
a reason why I didn't see it.
yeah, then they almost make it seem like, did this happen or was it all in their head or what the hell,
Yeah.
Of course,
will
Paul Nasty, the Spanish, was he Spanish or Italian werewolf guy, did all those European vampire meets no, werewolf versus vampire women and all that.
Oh,
It's good
interesting.
stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. The Keep.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't heard of that one in
Yeah,
such a
never heard of
long
that.
time.
I was gonna mention the Keep, but I didn't know if it was really, because it is spooky and kind of weird. And it is a spirit, right? He is like a spirit creature that kind of comes back to life.
Yeah, like it's
What did I
been
think it was?
that
Yeah.
one has
Yeah.
been so long I cannot
There-
even remember.
There
the
was a
plot.
movie I saw years ago when I was probably like 11, 9. All I remember, it was a little boy and his Rottweiler was the devil's dog or something. And they used to turn into a monster and kill people.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
I have not watched The Pope's Exorcist, and I know that's on Netflix, so I saw it pop up when I was going through my stuff.
It wasn't bad. I saw it.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay. Has anybody seen that new Exorcist movie?
No, I think I'll wait for it.
No, nothing.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Streaming with
didn't
the
seem
lights
like-
on.
It didn't. Yeah, my wife will not watch anything like that. Exorcist, or she's like, nah, I'm not watching that.
I just watched
Oh, hey,
Chud.
Integrity.
Chud the other day.
Which
Oh,
one?
yeah, Chud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, cannibalistic humanoid
underground dweller.
Yes.
That's a fun one.
It was.
I have that one on DVD.
Have you seen that, Metro?
No, I have
It's set
not.
in New York City in the 70s.
Mm,
It's radioactive waste turns the homeless population into these monsters. It's
I don't
really
know.
funny and good.
And they go on a rampage.
Okay. All right. Is it schlocky? Is it silly fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
I'll
Maybe it
I'll
doesn't
write it down.
intend to be, but yeah, it kind of.
All right. I'll write
I
it
seen
down.
this one too, The Wicker Man from '73. That's a trip. That's a weird movie. Christopher Lee.
Yeah, is in that one.
Yes, he's the.
Oh, thank you, DOA. I think it was Devil Dog, the Hound of Hell.
Oh,
We'll
I've
have to
heard.
look
Yeah,
that
I've
up.
heard of that one.
Yeah. Teeth.
Hey, Integrity.
Teeth is a winner. What's up, Integrity? We know what's inevitable. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, I think, is what he was going to say. Turns New York City homeless population into. I'm in. Well, and don't forget Humanoids from the Deep. We can't forget that one. Have you guys watched that one?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah. New species pops up in off the coast of this coastal California town, and it's stealing their women and impregnate them to make more monster creatures.
Wow.
Impregnate? I'm in. No, just kidding. No, this is the second time today I've heard the word impregnate. This is weird.
That's odd because that's not like a normal word you hear.
No, it's not.
But I don't think you wanted the Humanoids from the Deep. You know.
Have you guys ever seen The Entity?
Yes.
Very long time ago, but yes, I think I watched one of those early HBO Showtimes back when you were a kid, up late watching movies.
Actually, you should watch it again. Let me just write it down.
It's pretty creepy, right?
Yes, ghost rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that's
right.
Based on a true story.
That freaked me out. And I saw that
and all that. Yeah,
I saw that when I was too young to see that. So
same here.
I was like, "What is happening?"
Oh, this is a good call. Color Out of Space with Nick Cage is great, and it really is based on H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
Oh, nice.
If you haven't seen that one, it's a trip, but it's really good too.
Have you guys seen the Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix?
No.
It's like an 8-part miniseries. It's really good.
Is
really
it
good.
Edgar Allan Poe, right? Am I?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember seeing the original.
You know, it's
with Vincent Price and all that.
I will say this: never make a deal with the devil.
No, you're gonna get the short end of the stick.
You're gonna get the short end.
Yeah.
Or your family does.
Wade mentions V, which is really good. It's a Russian movie that was like super, super freaky. Just wild.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I know you've been posting all week what you've been watching. DC Talk, even going through the horror movie marathon here.
Oh, cool.
But I'm gonna watch that Fall of House of Usher on Netflix then.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And they have a German film called Creature. I haven't watched that yet, but it's based on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Creature.
And it's a Netflix series or movie?
Series.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
It's limited, so it's not going to be multiple seasons.
Oh, okay. It's just one and done type of season.
Now, I'll mention this show that I just found that is just blowing my mind, though, and is freaky. It's called Scavenger's Reign, and it's on Max, and it's really, really good.
Scavenger's Lane?
No, Scavenger's Reign, REI.
Oh, Reign.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's a lot like Fantastic Planet, that movie.
Are you serious? Wow.
Well, yeah, because there's this planet that is like it's like beautiful and dangerous at the same time. And so we have these humans that are kind of survivors of this space crash, or well, sort of thing, and they're trying to like figure out how to survive this terrain, and it's just spooky and wild and oof, psychedelic. It's so wonderful.
Okay, that sounds
It's
good.
animated. It's animated too. So
Okay.
when it's animated, they can really go crazy with the
Yeah,
visual.
they're not limited to
Yeah. Yeah.
Brogu has a question for the panel.
Okay, what?
What movie are you guys going to watch on Halloween?
I have not even thought about that.
Mhm. I might watch a kiddie Halloween movie. Maybe Hocus
Speaking of,
Pocus or maybe Halloween Town. I love those
I think
movies.
I think I'm gonna watch one of my favorite vampire movies. I should have mentioned it.
go
30
ahead.
Days of Night.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Love
good
that
one.
movie. I love that movie.
Those are some ruthless vampires in there, dude.
They didn't care.
Mhm,
They didn't
yeah.
care who it was.
I don't know what I'm gonna watch on Halloween. I might have it just. I'll probably put on like AMC or something. You
Ooh,
know, watch it with. I
nice.
usually I give out the candy to the kids and all that. So I can't like if I'm seriously gonna watch something, I can't be getting up every second. And so I'll probably put that on the background. But this is probably gonna sound lame, but I think the Spurs play that night. So I think at 9:30 I'll be clicking over to my game and watching that. This is what I'm gonna do, to be honest. And they're getting ready to play here in 20 minutes. So
Oh Lord.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
Yeah,
that being guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Right. Fun. No. No, but yeah, I mean there's just so many great scary, horror movies, horror movies that you can get into, like especially I love all the 80s stuff, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then I was watching last night for a while, my friend Roy on Death Metal Podcast, he was showing clips of all these just super obscure gory horror movies that he was, throwing in between the music. And I'm like, man, you can really go down the rabbit hole if you want on
Oh yeah,
some of this stuff.
yeah.
Me and Mikey talked about this one a lot too. Remember The Stuff? That was another
Yes.
one.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. What is it about?
Yogurt.
It's about this chemical
So gross.
stuff.
So gross.
Just watch
Oh,
it.
guys, have you seen Q the Serpent?
Yes, it's been a
No.
while, but stop motion. Isn't it Ray Harryhausen? Didn't he do it?
I'm not sure. There is stop motion in it.
Yeah, the serpent thing stop motion, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not quite like 100% sure if it was Harryhausen that did it. But at some point during the film, there's like bodies like falling from the sky, like chunks of body parts falling from the
Mhm.
sky like rain.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it terrorized me. I was like, oh my God, no. But it was freaky because it didn't seem to have like it still freaks you out because I'm not sure what the ending was. It was so weird.
Didn't it like land on the Empire State Building and
Oh yeah, yeah.
yes.
It did that.
I,
It did that thing too.
I need to
Like if you were
get
on
caught
a
up on that one again.
yeah, me too. I need to watch that one. Because I know there were people who like, oh, they went out to sunbathe on the rooftop. Like that was it. You're toast.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like literally like raining people, like blood, guts, everything.
Wow.
And it's just they were very graphic about that, and that was the 70s. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was.
I do a whole segment about VHS tapes, the price sold and finding them. And I came across a movie I haven't seen since I was a teenager, Frankenhooker.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
Remember that?
my gosh, it's been a long time since I've seen that
Frankenhooker.
one.
And
That was such a funny movie.
that's right up there with Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Good ones.
Slayer,
Oh,
Raining
Brogu Slayer,
Blood.
Raining Blood.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
And another It's yeah, I guess you could say it's a horror movie. Have any of you guys seen Street Trash? It's another
I've
one
seen
about
Street Trash, but
yeah.
I
like to
mean,
talk
my
outside.
like immediately.
This one is about they're putting some type of nasty stuff into the hobo's liquor.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm. If you've seen this show before, I think me and Mikey talked about it. One guy is drinking it while he's going number two, and he starts melting on the toilet, right?
Oh no.
Oh.
And as he's melting away, he falls in, and he's trying to reach out, and he unfortunately flushes himself away. It's very lowbrow, but it's damn
my
entertaining.
You
Brucifer,
Street
put that on your
Trash.
watch list, man. I think you'll enjoy
Street Trash.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
You look a pro, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, 30 Days of 30 Night is great, man. Oh, yes. DOA knows Viper. That's right. That's the name of the liquor. In the
Viper.
movie. Viper. Other type of it's just total exploitation, but it's all fun stuff. So I think we covered quite a bit in a little over an hour here for some fun Halloween stuff. Let me see if I got all the pics I wanted to put in. Here's a picture of Francisco. This is real. Sent me, and it's actually Frazier in corpse paint. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. He went to a band's record signing looking like that for whatever reason. They weren't even a black metal band, but Frazier put on the corpse paint and went.
Nice.
Was it a Taylor Swift cover band? No.
I hope not. No, actually, you know what? He said it was the band he's wearing Impelled. They were doing a record sign, and they're like a total like kind of gore metal band, as you can see by the shirt, And this dude puts on corpse paint. It's like, what? That's okay, whatever, dude. That's our Frazier. What can I say? Oh shit, DNA. Thank you, man. You did $1.99 super sticker. You didn't have to do that. Oh yeah. We also think Frazier might be Mike Violate's dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. He thinks he was in the area when he was conceived.
Oh Lord.
Thank you. So no, thank you, chat, for showing up, man. And the return of Pandora's Box. Since you did that super chat, I'm gonna go ahead and show the super chat dance here real quick.
It's a lot of thrusting happening there.
Those are the thank yous here on the Unholy Trinity Network. This type of stuff.
Nice.
All right, man. Thank you, Retro, for coming back and doing the show here, man.
What? This is my pleasure. Absolutely.
And Christopher, I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I could go on talking for 5 hours, but we have to go.
I must get you guys on my channel one night, talk movies or comics or whatever you feel like talking about.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you mind if I post my link to my channel in the chat?
Not at all. I was just gonna say this is where you plug your channel, your shows, or whatever you got going on.
Mondays is Monday Madness. We talk movies and horror comics because it's Halloween. And then Fridays it's just collectibles, vinyls, comics, cassette tapes, anything you can find in a yard sale.
That's a good way to describe it. Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever you find in the yard. So toys, comics, vinyls, books, all that. I love it.
Anything you can steal from your child and they won't notice.
You got a special Happy Halloween Retro Nerd Girl from Mike.
Oh wow, Mike Violet, thank you. Happy Halloween, Retro Nerd Girl. Have a good evening. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. And everybody in the chat, you guys are awesome. You're just wonderful. So great to see all of you guys here. And thank you for celebrating Pandora's Box with us. We love doing this.
Mike is asking you, Brucifer, do you like JTHM?
What, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
That might be what he's talking about, because that sounds like something Mike Violate would be into. Let us know, Mike. Is that what? Do you like that?
I've heard of him. Never actually. I'm more of a Iron Maiden, Five Finger Death Punch kind of guy. So,
yeah, and I mean, you know what Witching Hours is like, super brutal underground, metal and all that. But this is the show. I guess maybe we will do a music episode one day and talk about what we all personally like, on here, and that'd be an interesting episode. I'm sure.
Wow!
So
that was very interesting.
I want to have to actually cover that Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, because it is a comic book, and my fans do like comic books. So I'll look it up and I'll do a segment on it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody go sub to Kingdom of Nerds. It's in the chat, and of course, you better already be sub to Retro Nerd Girl. If not, get over there and subscribe.
You guys are so sweet.
Get me through to my work days sometimes. I just have the channel you're doing your reviews, and I'm just there working away, listening to everything.
Oh, that's so nice of you guys.
It's become a ritual watching you in the mornings.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm so glad. I do love the morning show. I get to cover like stuff that's from modern times. I usually do everything retro, but Wednesday mornings, my retro show. Fridays, I do a discussion of something retro. And on Saturdays, I do a watch party. And this Saturday is going to be Dracula with Bela Lugosi. That's going to be a great one, nice. 1931. So if you can make it, please do. And also, if you can't make it, there's always the replay. There's always the replay.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna do my short outro because we did the long industrial metal version one. Let me find this. Oh, here we go. We'll do the short outro and we'll be done. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Kingdom of Nerds channel, and of course, if you missed Necro Wolf's debut, I got the highlight show coming premiering again.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Necro Wolf is awesome.
He is he's from the 80s. Let's just say that. He doesn't know better. All right. All right, we'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.